Here we go with another Hackintosh video. Today I got a treat for you. What you're looking at are computers in my house. And the three that's in front of you now are Hackintoshes. The two on the side are Hackintosh laptops. And this one right here, yep, that is a Mac. But it's not an Intel Mac. It's, you know, the old school Power Mac G5. So it has the Power PC processor in it. Alright, and I'll give you some details about that. But anyway, first things first, I want to discuss these projects. This one originally was my first project. Well, no. That's the first machine I built from scratch. And originally, the dual-core Celeron was in there. And the reason I went with dual-core Celeron, first things first, the proper planning. I mean, you don't really have to come up with a proper plan to build a Hackintosh. You just need to know that, you know, the pieces you're going to put in it, or the parts you're going to be using, are compatible with your operating system, or you're going to be able to find the right kex. So that's the most important thing. You can just be spontaneous, man. You can be spontaneous, and you can be, you know, you can go out and get your parts and just hope for the best. You can come up lucky, you can come up unlucky. You know, that's one of the downfalls about being, a spontaneous buyer, especially in the whole Hackintosh thing. But anyway, like I was saying, so I went with the dual-core Celeron because I was, I was kind of broke, and well, I'm still broke now, but I only had like 200 and some change to spend. So for 200 and some change, I was able to get an Asus board. I was able to get dual-core Celeron processor, which cost about $30. I was shocked. I was like, $30. And my graphics card was like $40, I believe. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then I bought the case. And I bought a little dummy hard drive, just for the sole purpose of presentation. I didn't want to use an old hard drive. I don't even think I had a hard drive at the time. I think I got a deal on the hard drive. I got a deal on a 250 gig hard drive just for that machine. Yeah. Then, when I put Snow Leopard on it, I was so impressed with it. I've told the story so many times. I was so impressed with it. I went out. I went back. I came into some more money. I went back and I bought this bad boy. This is my main Hackintosh. This is the quad core. Man, you really can't see it. Let me see if I can open up the windows or something. Open up the blinds so you guys can see that. There we go. Alright. Yeah, the case is a Thermaltake land box light. You've probably seen some people with these. Some people have, like, you can't really see it. Let me see if I cut this light on. Jeez, this camera is not being my friend today. Okay, I have like little vents on the side. Some people have the land box where there's like a little glass, plastic glass, or whatever kind of glass that is. Some sort of glass on it. And you can see through it. Well, there's a quad core in here. I think I spent about $400–500 building this one. It's 4 gigs of RAM. This one had 2 gigs of RAM. 4 gigs of RAM in here. What else? And there are 2 500 gig hard drives in here. Right here, let me see something. Okay, this drive is DVD burner. This drive is light scribe. Okay. Alright, now this case, it takes low profile cards. Nothing but low profile cards. In this case, takes the regular graphic cards and audio cards and so forth. So I got this one This case, this actually, if you're from, well, I don't even think I showed you this, but when I did my dual core Celeron Lion tutorial, this is what I used. So actually, I took the dual core Celeron motherboard out of here and put it in here because I got tired of using the whole low profile thing. When you want to customize a machine, you don't really want to be looking on the box to see if the device or the card is low profile. You want to be able to take it out the box, whoopee, and install. So I went and I got this case on sale for like $30 at one of these little mom and pop computer shops, and it's okay, you know. This is really not my style. The only thing I like about this case, pretty much, other than it came with, you know what? It didn't come with anything special, but the little button turns blue. That's about it. That's as good as it get. But let me explain something about a case. You want to get a case. See, these cases are not flashy, but you want to get a case where you don't regret it. And I don't regret the land box. I really don't regret this at all. I don't regret this case. And I didn't switch it into this because I regret it. I switched it because I wanted to put more than one hard drive in it. And this can only hold one hard drive. I always put a card reader in my Hackintoshes. It's a habit. But I always do, because you never know, man. You never know. You might. Well, I do these videos. So I'm going to take the little card out and put it in there and edit my videos. Simple as that. But like I said, you want to get a case that you're not going to regret, and you want to think it through. Now, I do my music on here. So for all you cats out there that's doing music, some cats go out and buy these big rigs, and you see them on you might see them on the videos. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with buying a big case. You know, if you're doing big things, if you got multiple hard drives, then sure, get a big case. If you got like 4, 5, 6, 7 hard drives or whatever, sure, get a case to suit your needs. But if you don't have that many hard drives, you don't need a case that big. If you're doing music, well, see, one of the main things you got to realize, if you have a desk where you do your music at, you want to need all the space you can get. If you're like a writer and a producer, you're going to need all the space you can get to put your notes down and write your notes. You're going to need the space for your keyboard, your MPCs, or whatever you use. You need that space. If you got studio monitors, you know, not flat screen monitors. I mean like speakers. Those are audio monitors. If you have those, you're going to need space for that. That's if you don't have those little columns that hold the speakers up or the monitors up. So you're going to need that stuff. So that's why I went with that. This on the other end, or on the other hand, I'm sorry, I went with this because I thought it was kind of like slick. You know, I thought it was cool. This makes a great desktop computer if you like, how can I put it? Okay, if you got a desk with books and stuff on there and you just want it to look neat, that's a nice size to have, because it sits up and it drops down. It actually drops down if you take the feet off. And it still looks cool. And I kind of like the fact that it conceals all this, because I'm not going to lie, seeing all that is just ugly. So I kind of like the fact you can still cut it on from here, because here's the power button. Alright, now let's move on. You guys are familiar with that one. I just did a Hackintosh video on this one, the Dale Vostros. And you know what's on here. Lion. Okay. Now, remember, Lion is on a dual core Celeron, but I only have Snow Leopard on here. I have not put Lion on here because I got too much stuff on here, on my hard drives, to be just moving and uninstalling and reinstalling. That's just too much. If it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Okay, and then we got, this is my NC 6000, my HP NC 6000. I have Tiger on here. Tiger runs pretty smooth. Quartz Extreme enabled. It doesn't work anymore because the power supply died. So I got to buy another power supply. And then here we are. the Power Mac G5. Because of this Hackintosh thing, this is the reason I have a Power Mac G5. A friend of mine wanted me to work on it, and I had no idea of what I was doing. See, first things first, I'm a PC technician, certified PC technician, and I've been that for the longest time. I actually been a PC technician for the longest, but I was uncertified. I was cocky. And it's funny how you fall into things. See, I'm a technician by trade, but I became a computer technician because this guy, I let him work on my computer, and when he gave it back to me, it was slower than what it was when I gave it to him because he took my processor out. Let me show you what a processor is. I'll show you. Some of y'all don't know what a processor look like. Okay, there we go. That's a processor. But at the time, mine was, it was before this generation of processors. It was a 486, and at the time it was one of the fastest 486 processors out. So he took it out, and I knew something wasn't right with it, but I couldn't figure it out. So I took it apart. Being a technician I was, I took it apart and found out what was wrong with it. And from that day, I started learning, I started working on computers. And here we are, Hackintoshing. Hee hee. So, back to this. I gave it back to my friend because I couldn't figure this thing out. I say after a year of Hackintoshing, he decides to say, hey, I can't do anything with it. It's broke. It don't work. Went and picked it up. Within 24 hours, I had this thing running. And it works perfectly. Sad thing is, I'm selling it because I don't need it. I can use it, but I can't use it for my everyday online, everyday computer lifestyle, basically. I can't use Magic Jack on it. I can't use, put it like this, I can't run a lot of programs that I can run on the Intel Mac or my Hackintoshes. So, there you have it. My computers. Alright. Talk to you later, and hopefully you guys subscribe.